Arkana, the brand new SUV from Renault. And that's it. I can't say, well, it's got this compared to the previous gen, because it's a completely new vehicle. But it's definitely got that signature look of the new Renault range. This is the S Edition E Tech 145. And believe it or not, it's around £27,000, which is unbelievable for hybrid tech. It's a decent sized family SUV, and it's got the looks to match as well. Presently, Renault's design language is just on point. I mean, just look at these design cues. LED daytime running lights that glow down here. I always like a slimmed down headlight anyway, it just makes it look so clean, very minimalist. You've also got LED lights all around, chunky grille, and a deep bumper as well. You can see some of the safety at the bottom.
Safety includes adaptive cruise control, rear cross traffic alert and lane keep assist. You can option up as you see fit. Options include space saver spare wheel, hands-free parking and a sunroof. Check renault.co.uk to find out more.
A rather attractive SUV. And also, it's got a sloping roofline. So it's what you'd maybe call more a sport SUV. Got a full hybrid powertrain as well, so future-proof too.
There are 3 trims in the range, including the S Edition that we have, costing £29,800 with options. There are also 2 powertrains, no diesel.
Looking from the side, you can see you've got a raised ride height, meaning you can be a little adventurous. It's also got doors that cover the sills, meaning you can be even more adventurous. It'd be nice to see a 4-wheel drive model. This is Zanzibar Blue. Sporty alloys, big bubbly tyres, and not the largest alloys, so it doesn't look oversized, it just looks proportional. Idents down the side, power folding door mirrors with black caps. It's a nice touch with the black B pillar and C pillar, and also the addition of chrome as well. It just gives it that executive feel. The Arkana fuses sporty and off-roady, chunky side skirts, big chunky arches as well. In a word, chunky looks all round, but it really works. It looks more like a car from the back rather than an SUV, especially with this flow of the rear lenses and this light bar and the rear diffuser as well, with the satin and the black plastic. Got rear parking sensors and a reversing camera too. 5-year warranty, which is 100,000 miles. What really appeals to me about a vehicle like this is the sloping roofline. Now it'd be interesting to see if that's impacted headroom in the rear. It's nice and easy to get in. It's got a decent ride height and keyless entry as well as keyless go. Doors open nice and wide. It's a decent door opening. And immediately you can just see some rather nice premium materials. Soft touches up here and some styling cues that really set it off. Once inside, very comfortable. Leather wrapped steering wheel. I've got an armrest in the centre as well. And look, a grab handle. Chunky, strong build quality. It's rather modern in here. Nice chrome trims on the cup holders and around the box as well. Switch gear feels very nice. Digital readouts, USBs. An interesting infotainment screen as well. Portrait rather than landscape. Makes sense with all these iPhone videos coming out in portrait. Easy to use and rather responsive. A couple of shortcut buttons here, including EV mode. Start engine stop button. And the materials in here. Soft touches on the dash. And I like this. It's very smooth, but it looks like it wouldn't be. Now you will find hard plastics, of course. But the way they're done, I mean like this. It's of a nice quality. More rigid plastics down here. But I am a fan of this netting. Nice little storage point. I've seen in a lot of Renaults recently, including the Clio we had and the Dacia Sandero that I've just driven, that they opt for having the gearbox raised up and also the center console, and it connects you to the car because you're almost encompassed into a cockpit. On the right you've got your lane keep assist, you can adjust the brightness on your cluster, and also you can raise your lamps as well. So if you are towing. Before towing, always make sure that the vehicle can tow and that you know what the limit is. Very comfortable seats, sporty stitching. Not the most buckety, but that makes them very comfortable. So they're not as figure hugging as say some other models. Great driving position and padded armrest as well. You've got reach and rake in the steering wheel, and as you can see, even at 6'3", I've got probably about 1.5 inches of headroom. My seat is as low as it'll go, but that's what I prefer anyway. Visibility out the windscreen's good too, even though it's slimmed down to look sporty. And the doors are finished off very nicely. It's trim with the stitching and the soft touches. It's just a pleasure to be in. Light headliner as well. Storage. Cubby hole here. Glove box, not the biggest, but you've got a bit of storage. Decent door pockets too. Getting into the rear is nice and easy. Decent ride height, and the door opens nice and wide. Decent opening too. Because it's an SUV, the seats seem to be a fair distance from the floor. Now that's interesting. I thought because of this sloping roofline, my headroom would be restricted. If I lean right back, then my hair brushes ever so slightly. But sat like this, I've still got about an inch of headroom. That's remarkable. Comfortable seats, finished the same way as the front as well. Hard plastics on top of the doors, and you've got a padded area as well. You've got a decent door pocket. Electric window. I am a fan of this interior light as well, so you've got tri-lights in the middle. Airbags throughout the vehicle, and isofixes as well. Sat here, it's very comfortable. And my eye line's here as well. And that was another concern of mine, that the roof would slope down too much that I wouldn't be able to see unless I scooched down. But no, that's been alleviated. Very impressive. Pull down armrest, 2 cup holders. And it lets quite a bit of lighting, considering he's got privacy glass and this really slimmed down back window. I feel this would be a really nice car to travel in the back of, to be honest. Also got grab handles above every door, and that's perfect, especially for mobility challenges. Pockets on the back of the seats, decent leg room, and I can get my feet under the seat easily as well. All in all, very impressive. If I press this button, I can turn on the daytime running lights, which means you can find it in a car park. I can release the boot with this button, and once open, now that's interesting to see. Essentially, no boot lip because of the false floor. Yeah, it's not the biggest boot because it's not that tall, but you quite easily get 6 or 7 shopping bags in here. 60/40 folding seats as well. It's very well trimmed in here too. If I lift up here, oh my word, a space saver wheel. Well, wonders never cease. Didn't expect to see that. Dropping the seats is nice and easy. You just literally pull this in. And look at that, flat loading area. Small gap here, but a bit of carpet to mitigate that. You'll easily get a mountain bike in here, and it's quite roomy. You've got vents in the middle and 2 USBs. Ooh, nippy. Welcome aboard the Renault Arkana. This has got a hybrid powertrain. It's powered by a 1.6 petrol engine, meaning it's got an electric motor and a battery. It's about 144 brake horsepower. And first impressions, considering this is a completely new vehicle by Renault, it's very nice. Nice launch.
Yes. Nice smooth takeoff there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a smooth transition, yeah. Well, that's it. If you noticed, we started off in electric, then went into petrol, but the only way you could tell is you could hear it. That was it. It's cornering very nicely. Very limited body roll as well, considering the height of the vehicle. Nice tight steering, weightings up nicely. Some lovely roads down here as well. Sharp hairpins. You can really flex the muscles of the Arkana. Very nice. Like all hybrids, if you floor it, you will hear that petrol engine. For joining motorways, A-roads, all types of things like that, well, you've got power when you need it. You just floor it and it can take off. And I'm sure there's driving modes around here somewhere, but I've just not found them yet.
The Arkana utilises multi-sense. Sport mode ramps up the power, Eco mode does what it says on the tin, and My Sense is suited to everyday use, either quick or slow.
This uses an E Tech system. I like this road. It reminds me of the Isle of Man, to be honest. It's very well composed. Feels well planted. And I bet you can have a bit of fun with this on a back road. I've also got B on the box as well. So you can either be in drive or B, which I assume is brake, and that means it'll regen quicker. Economy, on average, it appears to be about 51, but it's going up 0.1 every 10 or 15 seconds. It's very quiet, nicely refined, very little road noise as well. We're now at 51.4 to the gallon. Ooh. Yeah, likes economising this car, I tell you. We're in another little Cotswoldian village. Very quaint. The names round here, Minchinhampton. Decent turning circle. I love that spaceship tone. That really appeals to me in hybrids and electric cars. Pulling up hills, readily available power. If you notice, then it kicks straight back in with the engine as well. You've also got an electronic handbrake with hill start assist. Rain sensing wipers, automatic lights, LEDs all round, and high beam assist as well. Yeah, as I mentioned, this cluster is nice and easy to read. You can even see a battery level on the left that I managed to omit before. Quite strange. Okay, let's try 30 to 40. Whee! Yes. This is going to be fun. Ooh, green lane. Yeah, it's very well balanced. As you can see, it corners rather well. No, the hybrid system works seamlessly. Just watching what the dial does as well. Most of the time it's in charge as soon as you back off. You've got road sign recognition. It looks like my sense as well, which I assume is some kind of safety. Which means you get things like blind spot detection, lane centering, adaptive cruise, collision detection, and all manner of things. You can feel a regen, but it's not the heaviest I've felt. It seems to work very well though. Brakes are very good. Oh, it's a bit further in this time, so that's nice. Hello. Let's do a kick down, 45. Very nice. Oops. Bit of wheel spin, not surprising with an EV powertrain. It's a nice tone. Comfortable. Nice suspension as well, not too stiff. Body roll, well, there's a bit, but at the end of the day it's an SUV. Overall though, the suspension irons out bumps very nicely. And as I mentioned, nicely weighted steering. Oh, I can feel the regen now, especially in EV mode on B.